We are communities of experts. We're a melting pot of ideas and dreams. Yet we may not always welcome diversity and change. Hello to you all. My name is Jillian Carson-Jackson, and I am so pleased to be with you to celebrate Women in Maritime Day 2023. As a woman in maritime, I so often heard, "You can't." And when less than 2% of seafarers are women, you start to begin to believe that you can't. So I can't remember how many times I was told that I couldn't work at sea. I couldn't succeed in the maritime industry. I remember a specific example of that. You can't do that. We were at anchor in the Arctic, and we had barges going to and from the shore, which were being driven by the officer of the watch. Well, I love small boat work. I grew up on small boats in Georgian Bay in Ontario. I was so looking forward to my watch. It was a lovely day. I came on the bridge with a spring in my step, knowing that the mate would assign me to the barge work. However, I was told, as soon as I got on watch, that role fell to the bosun. I was not allowed to drive the barge. This was on the same journey where at every turn I was told I couldn't do that. You can't. I couldn't do something, when all of my male counterparts were being encouraged. They were being supported. I worked so hard to prove my worth, working twice as hard, only to be considered half as good. So this drive, this desire to do more, to fit in, it followed me from ship and then from ship to shore. I actually didn't want to be different. I didn't want to be the woman who did the job. I just wanted to do the job. And to do the job without that ever-present comment of, "You can't." Well, International Women's Day is a way to recognize that, yes, we can, and we do. While it is focused on women in maritime, it's really about the aspects of diversity, of equity, of inclusion, and acceptance. This isn't a woman's issue. It is a societal issue. It is a human issue. We need to act. We need to take action to bring about the change that we know must come. The time to talk about change is over. The time to experience change is now. How can we make that move from words to action? Well, the theme for Women in Maritime Day this year is really great. It's mobilizing networks. But that assumes you have those networks. As a young officer, I didn't do the network thing well. In fact, believe it or not, I still get really nervous when I'm put in a situation where I need to network. What is networking anyways? Well, I used to think it was that small talk, that schmoozing, that smooth talking that you did to ingratiate yourself to these superiors. And I just couldn't do that. It wasn't me. Did you hear the words I just used? These are the reasons why I always gave to myself for not putting myself out there, for not meeting with other maritime professionals, for not undertaking any activity that would put me in a position where I need to do that dreaded network. Give me the bridge of a ship with a watch at sea any day. Don't make me meet with people and network. Well, I now know that networking is simply about building relationships. It's about making real connections. It's about meeting with those really wonderful and amazing people who are doing really wonderful and amazing things. Networking is actually kind of fun. It's a way to learn more about yourself by engaging with others. You gain those new perspectives. You share those dreams and fears. You can build a network of those who you can go to when you have a great idea, or when you feel really down, or when you want to just share the joy of achieving a goal. It is a chance to realize that you aren't alone. And we certainly aren't alone in our push for an equitable and accepting maritime industry. This day is a platform to celebrate and to encourage, to focus and regroup, to recognize those challenges, to acknowledge the past and all those troubles in the past, to acknowledge the past, and then to dream for the future. So International Women in Maritime Day provides us with a focus, a waypoint to chart our course for a fully diverse, equitable, and accepting industry. We need to be able to see it. And then we must get out of those can't words. We must believe that we can. We must believe it, so then we can be it. I hope you have an amazing Women in Maritime Day, and I look forward to hearing from each of you at some time in the future when our paths one day, I'm sure, will cross again.